we are back, and today we'll be dealing with the Triforce solo scenario. Spoiler alert for those of you who have not unlocked this character or items up to Prosperity level 5, because we'll be spoiling them all, as well as an item that my character has acquired over the course of my campaign run. That would be the reward from scenario number 90. If you're averse to any of these spoilers at all, please stop watching right now, drop the video, and come back when you're ready to watch. With all that said, let's look at the cards that we have available. Now, because I'm playing this with my campaign character, all items and abilities intact, we are going to be somewhat limited because this is the skill build I chose for my Triforce character. It's a very weird skill build. A couple of times I decided to take a lower level card on level up. This is mostly a damage dealing build that seeks to maximize damage. Not really sure if that is exactly what's being accomplished here, but this is basically why I have to play with. You will notice one very notable omission: no vengeance. The card that everyone complains about that is kind of broken. I am not playing that, so that will add to the challenge of doing this solo scenario, not having the ability to insta-kill monsters. So because of that, these are the cards that I'm going to choose for dealing with this solo scenario based on my available card pool. For top actions, I'm going to choose my most powerful attacks that can consistently deal at least 5 damage per turn. Our most powerful attack in Simulacrum, whatever, I don't know how you pronounce this thing. With 4 elements, I can do an attack 5, target 2, which is by far our most powerful ability. Failing that, we have Winter's Edge, which comes in a very close second, even though it's an attack 5, target 1. If I consume the correct elements, I will have Pierce 4, very useful against the shielded enemies from this scenario. Take note that this requires Ice and Wind, so you'll see that for my bottom actions, I'll be utilizing Ice and Wind generation quite a fair bit. Same thing with Shaping the Ether. The main reason I'm bringing this otherwise suboptimal card is the Push 3, because this scenario contains poison traps that deal 6 damage, that passes through shield. Having the Push 3 will be really nice to trigger those traps and deal lots of damage. Again, this requires air, so air generation will be very important. Finally, to fill out my attack cards, I have Formless Power, which is not very powerful. Maximum of only attack 4. However, the ability to consume any element, being a wild card consumption, is very useful in this particular scenario where I might need to deny certain enemies their elements. For bottom actions, we have a bit more variety. We have our standard move 2 element generations, and I've picked the 2 elements that I need the most, the Ice and the Wind, to generate for Winter's Edge. I'm bringing along Primal Duality since it generates double elements, great for enabling Simulacrum. Follow that, we have Crystallizing Blast as a big move action. Sometimes you just need that extra move. And a healing on Chain Lightning because I'll need some sort of sustenance throughout the game. Pragmatic Reinforcement will mostly be used for the bottom. Attack 3, range 3 allows me to double dip on my attacks. However, the top it also doubles as a heal on top in turns where I do not have any enemies to fire at. Alright, now on to items. You will notice that I'm carrying a whole bunch of potions. This is basically, you just picture an elementalist carrying a whole bunch of potions in their hand. Almost like a chemist more than an elementalist. I've basically minor potions of every kind, and a major stamina potion to allow me to recur all my powerful attack cards. An interesting card in Black Sensor allows me to muddle nearby enemies, that could be helpful. As well as Volatile Bomb, a one-time use attack weapon that can change a single target attack into an AoE. Very useful for dispatching hordes of enemies. Finally, the boost of dashing going to be very important for boosting my mediocre move 2. This is going to be how the tabletop simulator interface looks like. Most notably, in the bottom right corner, we have the Gloomhaven helper screen up at all times so that you can see what the enemies are doing. This will be used for tracking enemy abilities, enemy initiatives, as well as my own initiative. It will also track elements and the monster modifier deck. For everything else, that includes each individual monster's HP and status effects. They will be tracked in the game itself. You can see that all standees have HP bars and statuses on them. My cards will be played and into the plate and discard power on the left, and then once I start losing cards, they will be moved to the lost power on the right, and my items are arranged on the top of the screen. So that is going to be the interface that we are going to be using. For those of you who haven't read uh, the scenario booklet yet, there are two special effects in this scenario. Firstly, one particular element will be infused at the start of every round. In this case, the first round, air will be infused, so let's infuse that right away. And the second interesting part is that we actually get to see the monster attack cards before choosing our own cards. So let's do that right now. Interesting. Half the monsters are consuming elements, the other half are generating them. Right, alright, so let's give this a little think. Alright, I had to deliberate very long and hard about the action to take here, because the cards that the demons drew were kind of awkward. If I move too fast, I can't really hit many targets, but if I move too slow, I won't have the elements I need. So with all that said and done, I think the best thing to do is to actually play Simulacrum and Lava Eruption, with Simulacrum's 94 initiative being my initiative. And the reason for that is that none of the monsters can hit me on the first round, right? Let's try to resolve them. So I'm going to move last. The Wind Demon moves first. This is a move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by a melee attack with range 2. That cannot reach me. Next is the Frost Demon. Move 2, attack 4, range 2. I'm not within range. By the way, the Wind Demon consumes the wind. Even though it cannot attack me, I believe by the rules it consumes elements as stated on the card, even though it's not able to attack because it's a monster. Right, Earth Demon moves next. Move 2, attack 4. Move 2, fails to attack but generates Earth. Finally, Flame Demon move 3, 1, 2. It cannot move any closer, so it will stop there. And range 3, not enough to hit me, but it will generate fire. So that's the demons done. Now I get to resolve my movement. First, I'm going to use Lava Eruption to get into melee range of the Wind Demon. Call me crazy. But I want to do that for a simple reason. This gives me enough range to hit the Flame Demon with Simulacrum. And this consumes fire and earth, making it an attack 5. Now, attack 5 is not enough to kill the Flame Demon with 3 shields, so we need extra power with a minor power potion. So this is an attack 6 on the Flame Demon. Let's draw a card. Plus 2, the Flame Demon is dead. Wonderful. And that ends our turn. We gain 1 XP from Simulacrum. Oops. Let's do that. Alright. And the round is over. Oh, before I end my turn, I'm going to use the Black Sensor as well. Since all the remaining demons are within range 2, it makes sense to muddle them all, since there's a good chance they will attack me anyway. So let's put the muddle on. Alright, a nice defensive muddle. So that's 2 items used. I think that'll be all. Start of second round. Ice will be the element of choice today. So ice will be strong at the start of the round, and we get to see our opponent's cards first before we get to act. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, that is quite... yeah, that is awkward. But it's not the worst. At least the Wind Demon didn't go invisible. So as you can see, I generated Wind the last turn with the specific intention of playing Winter's Edge this turn. So this will be a very powerful attack that pierces shield. Unfortunately, the Wind Demon... oh! Hold on, the Wind Demon is disadvantaged. Oh, this is really great. Alright, I'm going to play these 2 cards. Primal Duality and Winter's Edge. With Primal Duality's 15 being my initiative. So I'll be slower than the Wind Demon, but faster than everyone else. The Wind Demon goes first. The Wind Demon shields itself. It moves to avoid disadvantage on its range 3 attack. However, because it is muddled, it will not move to avoid disadvantage. So it will stay where it is and perform an attack 2 on me with disadvantage. -1, I take 1 damage. It then consumes an element of my choice, which is air, to generate air. And this sets me up perfectly for my Winter's Edge. But before I resolve the Winter's Edge, I'm going to first resolve Primal Duality, which allows me to move away to avoid disadvantage against the Wind Demon. This generates Dark and Light, and then I'm going to perform my Winter's Edge. And as you can see, these are very beautiful patterns, which allows me to make full use of my Volatile Bomb. So now Winter's Edge attack 5 becomes a target 3 attack targeting all 3 enemies. Sweet. Right, so it's an attack 5, pierce 4 on everyone. This also gains me 1 EXP. Right, so let's start with the Wind Demon. Attack modifier fire. Alright, we consume these 2 elements. We generate fire from the attack. Does 5 damage. Cool. Oh! This fire generation is really convenient. We shall soon see why. But first, let's continue on to the Frost Demon. +2. So that's 7 damage. I wish that hit the Wind Demon instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And lastly, on the Earth Demon, +1. So 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, because of the pierce on Winter's Edge, we ignore all 3 shield on the Wind Demon. Right? So that's us done. Do we want to use any items here? Yes, we do. We will trade the minus stamina potion in for 2 strongest cards, Winter's Edge and Simulacrum. So this goes here. This goes here. Do we need to generate any elements? I think we are good on elements. Yes, I think we are. If we use a minor mana potion, we'll actually gain a 4th element, which will allow us to do target 2 on Simulacrum. But I think I will pass on that. So we will leave it as it is. We are not going to use anything here. And the Frost Demon will now shield 2, move 4, moving into melee range. Between this tile and that tile, I would prefer this tile. There's a very good reason for that. Right, and then it consumes fire to suffer 1 damage, which is really awesome. Following that, the Earth Demon, move 1. Because I moved the Frost Demon here, the Earth Demon will actually not move. It will attempt to move to this space, but because it is blocked by the Wind Demon, the move 1 does not resolve. Right, move 1 here or move 1 here does not increase its distance towards the Hex of Focus, which is here. So the Earth Demon stays where it is. The model goes away. So that's it for this round. Alright, next round, so Earth is going to be generated, and we are going to start the round. Alright, once again, spend a lot of time deliberating over the best possible move here. I'm not sure if I have it, but I think what makes most sense, given that there are 2 enemies on 2 health, is to attempt to kill them both. So, to do so, we need to use Pragmatic Reinforcement, whose bottom has an attack, so we can kill, we can do a top attack on one and bottom attack on the other. So Pragmatic Reinforcement will be an attack 5 because we have Darkness this turn. For our top attack, Winter's Edge actually suffices. Even though we don't have the elements to power it up, we do have the range. Range 2 is very short range, which can hit either of these enemies at melee range. So we're going to use these 2 cards and we're going to move at initiative 43. This ties with the Wind Demon, so we will actually move before the Wind Demon. Alright, so let's attempt to do so. It does not really matter which way round I play this. Both of these are going to be attack 5s. One's going to be on the Wind Demon, one's going to be on the Frost Demon. So let's first resolve on the Frost Demon. This gives us 1 EXP. This is an attack 5 with disadvantage. Consuming Darkness. Earth and Fire. We can only pick one of them. In the case of disadvantage, we'll always go with the first card drawn, which is Earth. So Earth will get infused. That does not matter at all. And that's 5 damage. So the Frost Demon is officially dead. As for the Wind Demon, let's move these off screen a little. Alright. As for the Wind Demon, we will attack it with Winter's Edge. Top action, no boost, so it's simple attack 5 range 2. Air modifier. Interesting. This is 5 damage minus 2 shield, which is enough to kill it. So both these enemies are dead. Awesome. And the best part is the Earth Demon cannot reach us. It can only move 1. Attack 5, generate Earth, which is already generated. The round ends. Do we want to use any items here? I think we are good on items. We have 2 elements for next turn. So we should be able to land something very powerful. You will soon see. Alright, end the turn. Start the next round. This round is the 4th round, so the dish of the day is fire. Fire is infused, and we draw for the Earth Demon, the slowest of the 4, so hopefully this should be good. Let's see if we can deal with this 9 HP monstrosity before it performs an attack for range 4 on us. Now, a very obvious thing to do here will be shaping the ether. Because we have air infused, we can push 3 into the trap. So that will deal 6 damage, and the remaining 3 damage can be done by the fire. I think that's really convenient, so we are definitely going to consume fire and air for Shape the Ether and attempt to finish off this Earth Demon. In the event we draw a null, we won't kill the Earth Demon, so our backup plan is to, I don't know, I'm actually not sure here. After the push, it is guaranteed to be far enough that it cannot hit us because it's only range 4, right? So I think playing Chain Lightning here for the heal would be a perfect way to finish the turn. The initiative doesn't matter here. Either way, I'm going to be faster than the Earth Demon, so let's execute this turn. Right, so Shape the Ether, gain 1 EXP. Oh, yep, alright. Consume fire, consume air. So this is an attack 3, which generates air and kills the Earth Demon because this takes 3 damage from the attack, and then the push pushes it into death. Right? The trap damage this round is 6, since it's at scenario level 4. Then we infuse light. And yeah, we infuse light to heal 3. The heal 3 is only a heal 1. We are already at max health. Right, wonderful turn. That was good. This is dead. Right, so we want to progress to the subsequent rooms, but we still have a couple of cards left to play in our hand. So we are just going to play them, I think. We probably want to enter the next room with after a long rest, right? We want to long rest so that we can choose which card to lose. Because air is moved to strong this turn, it will be waning the next turn, and ice will be strong because ice is next on the menu. So what this means is I have ice and air available next round. So if I long rest this turn, I will have the exact elements I need for my Winter's Edge. That's pretty awesome. Right? And Winter's Edge is exactly what I need to off the Flame Demon. So I think the correct move here is to long rest. So I'm going to long rest this turn. Now, unfortunately, these are all my best cards, and I don't really want to lose any of these. Okay, this is awkward. That is the price of long resting. I would get rid of Formless Power. It's my most useless card, but it's in my hand, which means I can't lose it to long resting. And I don't really want to lose anything else here. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to try to lose Chain Lightning here. Given that I'm at full health, I should hopefully be able to do this without the bottom heal. So that's my long rest. Next round, ice is on the menu and air is waning, which is the perfect time to enter this room and kill the Flame Demon. Now I need 7 steps to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's achievable by playing Crystallizing Blast for the bottom. Move 4 plus 3. And then finish off with Winter's Edge. So I'm going to lock that in. I am going to play Crystallizing Blast for move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Consuming the boots. And then the Elite Fire Demon spawns. Cool. So my movement is done, and I'm going to play Winter's Edge. Right, let's recenter the screen. Right, Winter's Edge. Let's move this a little. Okay, Winter's Edge gives me 1 extra XP. I consume both elements and perform an attack 5 against the Flame Demon. Here goes. I need this to be at least a +0. Add target. Well, there are no additional targets to add, but that is 5 damage. Pierces all 4 shield perfectly. So that is a kill. Alright, that went exactly as expected. And the Flame Demon is down. And we do not have to worry about this monster for the rest of the game. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, I think it will, since our piercing card is now in the bin, I think it makes sense to now attempt to go for this slot here. Now, unfortunately, it'll take us a bit of time to get there. So, right, next round is the Earth round. So, Earth is going to be infused. I'm going to set up a nice big simulacrum. So, to do that, I'll need to start by playing Primal Duality and say Formless Power. It's not a very useful card right now. The initiative doesn't matter. I'm just going to move 2, generate the elements, and fizzle the top of Formless Power since there are no targets to attack. This is what happens when I don't have boots available. Alright, and that's it for this round. Oh, hold on. Simulacrum is only a range 3. That is a problem. I do not have the range to get in. Right, I'll have to use the standard potion here, unfortunately. Yeah. I will get everything except Formless Power back. So I get my powerful Winter's Edge back. I'll get my move 4 back, which I need this turn. And I'll get my move 2, generate 2 elements back. That'll be useful. Okay, so now we are going to breach the room. What are we going to play? That's the question. We are definitely playing Simulacrum to consume all 4 elements and deal 5 damage to both targets. And to complement that, we must play the move 4, which allows us to enter the room in a very dangerous position. This is going to be a move 1-2 with Crystallizing Blast. Let's generate the Earth and Frost Demons. Oh, wonderful! That's not too bad. The Earth Demon immobilizing is really bad. Really, really bad. But there's not much we can do about that. I forgot, Simulacrum has Immobilize, doesn't it? If I use the Immobilize option of Simulacrum, I can keep the Earth Demon in place. That's pretty good. But is it worth giving up target 2 for? I don't think so. I feel like to win this room, you need to deal lots of damage. So it has to be attack 5 target 2. Regrettably, I'm going to carry on and use the attack 5 target 2 option. Let's start with the Frost Demon, shall we? +2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Earth Demon. Infuse air. Not that that matters because next turn is going to be air turn. So that's 5 damage. And that's about it. I am done. And now I'm going to be toast. The Frost Demon does nothing because it cannot move. The Flame Demon, Earth Demon, move 4. Attack 4, immobilize. Alright, so I'm immobilized and I'm going to take 4 -1, 3 damage. Cool. Next round. Next round is the air round. So air goes back to full. And we're going to see what the monsters draw. Alright, the Frost Demon is performing a small attack. The Earth Demon, well, a normal attack, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to play these 2 cards and see how it goes, depending on what future cards they draw. I'm going to play Winter's Edge and Shaping the Ether. Initiative doesn't matter. I'll always move after the Frost Demon but before the Earth Demon. So the Frost Demon will have a chance to whack at me for 3 damage. Ooh, 5 damage. Oh, that's nasty. But thankfully I get to heal. Heal 2. Right. Generate fire. Generate light. Now I'm using the top of Shaping the Ether to perform a push 3 on someone. The question is, who do I push? So the Earth Demon hits harder and has immobilized, so I'm very tempted to off it first. I feel like that is the way to go. But the Ice Demon does have less health. It took a lot more damage, so if I can kill it first, I might be able to minimize the damage I'm taking. The Earth Demon is such a huge threat though. So is the Ice Demon. Wow, this is hard. This is really, really hard. I can't... The problem is I can't really kill the Ice Demon until I've dealt with the Earth Demon, because the Ice Demon does have Retaliate. If I'm not pushing it, I'm going to take Retaliate damage. That being said, I think I will push the Frost Demon, right? So I'm going to Shaping the Ether on the Frost Demon, consuming ice. I cannot consume fire because I just generated it this round. So this will be an attack 1. Plus 1, 2 damage. I would take Retaliate, but I first push it using air. This is a card that generates 1 XP. And since I've pushed it into the trap, it takes 6 damage and is poisoned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I want to do anything else? I don't think so. Alright, so that leaves the Earth Demon, who will re-immobilize me and generate Earth. Next round is the Ice round, I believe. Yes. Alright, last thing it will do is attack 5. Oh, before my turn ends, I'm going to use the minor healing potion for obvious reasons. Bringing me up to 10, but I'm going to take an attack 5 to the face. Wait, that's my modifier deck. Oops. Mistakes were made. Alright, the monster modifier deck is +0, so I take 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still immobilize. Next round. Right, so this is the ice round. So the combination of elements I have here is really interesting. One possible thing I can do is to play Pragmatic Reinforcement. But ideally I just kill the Frost Demon here so I don't take damage. So I need to play a kill card, which means Primal Duality. Attack 5, range 4, target 2. This seems like the perfect time to play it, and combine with Pragmatic Reinforcement. Bottom. So it's a bit of a waste of elements here. I can only consume fire. Right? Whereas with the top I can consume all 3 elements for shield 1, heal 2, and recover a card. Wow, that's a very tempting option. Why am I not doing that? Heal 5, take a card back, get a shield, but then I'll take 8 damage. I think I need to rush this. So with that said, I'm going to lock in these 2 cards. Primal Duality and Pragmatic Reinforcement. Primal Duality will be a loss. Initiative doesn't matter, I'm always going first, so let's resolve Pragmatic Reinforcement first. I'm going to gain 1 XP. And this is an attack 3, range 3, consume fire to poison and wound the Earth Demon. Alright, this is an attack 3 at disadvantage. Miss. That's a shame. Alright, but that's out of the way. So now I'm going to use Primal Duality. Attack 5, range 4, target 2. This regenerates the fire that I used. And I'm going to attack these 2, starting with the Earth Demon. +0, the ice does not apply because I'm at disadvantage. So +0, which is 5 damage. +1 poison. Now for the Frost Demon. That's my crit. I wish it hit the Earth Demon instead, but I was disadvantaged anyway. So that dies. Now, sadly, the Earth Demon is going to take his revenge. It's going to lose 1 health to wound, but it will hit us very, very hard. Six damage. We are going to lose a card. I believe I will lose... I don't want to lose either of these because they both empower my Winter's Edge. But I think given the choice, I would drop Lava Eruption because Infernal Vortex gives me ice, whereas with Wind, the Wind Demon can generate it for me. Oh, also I played Lava Eruption, so this gives me 1 more XP. And the turn's over. Earth is regenerated. And the round ends. I am going to declare a short rest here. Ooh. Ooh. What's the next round? The next round is the Earth round. Ooh. That's a really rough one. I need to think about this. I need the attack 3 on the bottom in order to kill the Earth Demon this turn, so I think I need to reroll this. Lose 1 health to reroll. Oh, that's the best card to lose. Awesome. Alright. Cool. We're down to 5 cards all of a sudden. If you've been counting, we actually have 6 cards in hand. My last card, Crystallizing Blast, was misplaced somewhere on the table. This will be rectified later. But at least this means we can play our combo. We are going to play Pragmatic Reinforcement bottom. Hold on. We draw for the Earth Demon first. This is a 40. It is not attacking us, but it will consume the Earth to immobilize again. So we better go faster. We have to go faster, otherwise it will heal the poison and the wound, and we don't want that. So, wow, this is awkward. It just had to draw the heal at this juncture. That sucks. And I don't even have wind, so I can't use Shaping the Ether. But I can use Shaping the Ether for +2 attack and stun because I have ice up. So Infernal Vortex is wasted. I cannot move, so I cannot generate the element. And I'm going to use Shaping the Ether at melee range. So this is a disadvantage attack. Oh, I need to shuffle my deck first. It's an attack 3 because I'm consuming both fire and ice. Right? Disadvantage. Air +1. So we always take the first card, which is air. So air is going to be generated. And I am going to deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, plus poison, 4. The Earth Demon is now stunned, and it will take its wound damage. And I lose my Immobilize. End turn. This is the fire round. Let's see what it draws. It draws the same card. God damn it. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, it had to draw the same card. Wow, I think I can't win now. I really could not afford to draw that card. Yeah, that kind of blows. Okay, I don't really have a choice here. So it's definitely going to heal the poison and the wound, but not before taking 1 wound damage. It will also immobilize me because it went first. So now, what do I do? Yeah, I think definitely is right. I'm going to play Simulacrum for the top. Do I still have Simulacrum? Yeah, I do, of course. Right, I only played 2 cards this round, right? So I'm going to play Simulacrum for the top, Winter's Edge for the bottom. Winter's Edge will give me 2 health, and will generate light, sorry. Simulacrum will give me 1 XP. I'm going to use the top action, so I am going to... Well, I'm going to Earth is consumed. I'm going to consume fire and air. Well, fire was up this round, so Winter's Edge will regenerate fire at the end of the round, at the end of my turn. But I'm using fire and air to power up Simulacrum, which gives me 5 attack. So all I need to do here is to not miss on this Earth Demon at disadvantage. Fire +2, dead. Yeah, just to check that, yep, my modifier deck's fine. Fire and +2, the fire is used. And it's dead. Cool. Wonderful. Finally out of the way. Right, so this is my remaining hand. What I'm actually going to do is to declare a long rest. Because this coming round is the air round. So I'm going to long rest on the air round, which will give me 2 XP. It will give me all my cards back but 1. Which card do I drop here? I need all these cards. I think Simulacrum is the card I need the least. No, Shaping the Ether is the card I need the least. I don't need the push anymore. So I'm going to lose Shaping the Ether. This is a long rest, so I get my boots back. This is actually really important. And this is why I long rested. Right? Because now, on the next round, it's going to be Ice round, which means I can now use Winter's Edge, as well as a movement card. I think this is right. I'm going to play Infernal Vortex and Winter's Edge on this turn. This is going to consume my Boots of Dashing as I move 5 into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using the bottom of Infernal Vortex. Ice will be generated at the end of the round, so let's remember that. Winter's Edge. Let's review the Wind Demon first. It is an elite. Alright, I've checked the footage. I did claim my HP from long resting. I really don't have a lot of health left. So, where was I? Yes, I moved into the room. I'm going to generate ice later, but first, Winter's Edge. +1 XP. Consume elements. This is an attack 5 on the Wind Demon. Alright, this does not matter. So we generate the same 2 elements again, and we do 5 damage. Piercing the shield. Now it is unfortunately the Wind Demon's turn, and they're gonna do really nasty stuff. This is an attack 5 with Disarm on me. Fudge. I'm going to lose Simulacrum. And hope that Winter's Edge will pull it out for me. Alright. The target 2 does nothing. It will still consume the wind though. And that's the end of the round. Let's draw for the next round, which is the Earth round. Okay. So I'm going to play these 2 cards regardless. I don't know. I'm probably going to use Crystallizing bottom and Pragmatic top, but I could easily switch them around. But first, let's resolve the Wind Demon. It's not going to move. It's simply going to attack me from where it is. Attack 4. +0. 4 damage. Alright. I'm still disarmed. And generate wind. I'm going to play Pragmatic Reinforcement. +2 heal. So 5 heal, which is 1 XP, and 5 heal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That consumes Earth. I could consume Ice for shield 1. No, there's no point in doing that. So we'll leave it as it is, and then Crystallizing Blast, move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the hell out of there. Unfortunately, the Wind Demon moves fast and attacks fast and has high range, so there's a good chance it will move in and disarm me again next turn. If it does, I'm kind of screwed. At this point, I should use my last item, my mana potion, to generate ice. So this sets me up for the kill next turn with Winter's Edge. So now I'm just going to short rest. Oh no! This was the last card I wanted to pull. Right, the problem with losing Infernal Vortex is that it's my last fast card, meaning that I can't pull off a fast Winter's Edge next turn, so I need to reshuffle here. But if I reshuffle and take out Winter's Edge, I lose the game. I really don't have a lot of cards left. This needs to be the kill. Oh man, I need to reshuffle and hope that I don't lose Winter's Edge. If I lose Winter's Edge here, it's game. Okay. Not the best or worst card to lose, I guess. Alright, so we're down to 3 cards here. The next round is the fire round. The Wind Demon draws a 21, so I win. No, I haven't won yet. I cannot draw a null. I'm going to play these 2 cards, which allows me to go first. Infernal Vortex, move 2 forward. Winter's Edge, consume both elements, gain 1 XP. Range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly range 4. I need to not draw a null to win. Even a -2 wins me the game here. Alright, that's game. That's 5 damage. Wind Demon dead. Whew! Wow, that was hard. I'm honestly not sure where I misplayed. I think I played that about as best as I could. Possibly my biggest mistake was dropping the heal so early. This was probably my biggest mistake, dropping Chain Lightning this early. Heal 3 would have been very useful, but yeah, I had to lose it. Not sure if that was the right choice, but well, we somehow pulled through. Man, that required a lot of luck. I think I got hit by only 1 miss the entire game. Kind of expected for the Elementalist who has a thick deck, but at the same time, there were lots of key turns where I needed to not miss in order to win. And luckily, my modifier deck kind of pulled through for me. So yeah, wow, that was a really hard one for +0. That's what happens when you don't take Vengeance and Invis Cloak, I suppose. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you found that mildly entertaining. See you in the next video. Goodbye.